As a content entrepreneur, we have a lot of ideas that help our people, they help our clients solve their problems. We've got all these ideas buzzing around our head, and often, at least for me, it can be a challenge of how to monetize these ideas, how to get that recurring revenue stream going. And so years ago, I and my partner, Terry Brock, who's joining me here today, launched a program as a membership program. And we have launched different tiers of it. We've iterated it in different ways. And we have we've taught a number of people how to do the same thing. And so today we're going to be sharing some of our ideas about what makes what makes a membership program great, and then some of the things you need to be thinking about if you're wanting to launch your own membership program. Terry, tell me a little bit about your thoughts on membership programs.
Well, I think you said it really well. As a matter of fact, when you said community and you meant membership program, they really are. There's a community there that's wonderful. As you know, with many of the people that work with us in our membership program, we often say they come for the content. They're going to learn about AI. They're going to learn about marketing and how to build their business, but they stick around for the community that's there. That community gives them the ability to have a nice feeling. They know what it's like. Matter of fact, Gina, part of it was something we were sharing before, recalling from back in the days of COVID. Remember, we were doing there, we had what we called, instead of stark raving entrepreneurs, our group was called Video Rock Stars, because you wisely found out many people needed to know about this. So we built a community around that of teaching people the skills of how to look good on video, how to sound right, how to create your videos, and other aspects related to that. People came for that content, but then they stayed for the community. So I think that's something that's really important. And those are really important parts. But Gina, I understand you've put together a few ideas you wanted to share with us. I'll be here to comment on that as helpful when you feel right. But I want to hear from you on your ideas on the marketing, creation, and what these membership programs are all about and where we are today.
Okay, great. Well, one of the things that I think you need to be thinking about as you're considering whether to launch a membership program or even relaunch one, I know a lot of people who've launched one and they didn't really get it going, and so they want to relaunch a membership program. And that is the foundational two questions that I start almost every training I do on, and that is, who do you serve and what problem do you solve? Those are the two main questions that you need to be asking yourself. And then add on to that, would your clients and that problem benefit from having a membership program? And you may be saying, okay, Gina, I think I might like a membership program. It sounds kind of good, but what's the difference between a membership program and an online course? That's a great question. I get that a lot. And the main way that I define that is an online course is teaching a specific set of knowledge or skills. It's teaching someone how to do something. So often you might have a 4-week, 8-week, year-long course. Typically, it's going to be shorter than that. It might even be just a one-day course or a few hours, but you teach that golden nugget of information that they need to know. So you go basically an inch wide and a mile deep. But then people need support in bringing that information into their lives and mastering that content, mastering that skill. So if you think about children doing karate or martial arts, a lot of times they've learned how to do a specific routine in order to get those new belts, but they need that ongoing support of the community and their instructors, and that just constant validation of how to do that, and that opportunity to practice and do and share what they've learned in order to keep that up. Terry, I know you have a bit of martial arts background there, and I don't, but my child was. What do you think of that as an analogy?
Well, I think it's a good analogy because it's very similar. When you have a membership program, people are coming to learn a specific skill. That's what we did. As I studied Kodokan Judo starting at age 12. That's a wee tyke back then, but I learned that. It was really helpful. It gave me the ability to learn some specific skills. Yes, build self-confidence. Yes, learn from wonderful people who were the senseis, the teachers who taught me wonderful lessons. And a membership program is kind of like that. What you're doing as the owner of the membership program, You're dispensing certain knowledge that is really relevant to a particular task. What we do in Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, we show entrepreneurs how they can build their business using AI, a lot of AI, Chat GPT, Perplexity, we talk about Claude, Cast Magic, all kinds of tools, all directed toward the idea of how you can grow your online business. So think about this, dear viewer, dear listener. You have an opportunity to take your expertise, creating a membership program, which can be very helpful. It's similar to a workshop. It's similar to a course. There's some similar areas there, but a membership program has some unique value and some unique benefits. It tends to be a little bit longer than just a one-day course or maybe a 4-week course. It tends to be a little bit longer, and it can really help you in many different ways. In a way, Gina, that's some of the things we're doing right now with a lot of different courses, the workshops we do, as well as the membership program. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And our members seem to love it. So that's really working for us. And then, of course, we're members of other people's communities and their membership programs. So we get to learn from what they're doing, and we bring the best back to our community. And part of what's beautiful about having our own community is that we are in charge. We can make those decisions. We feel that things need to go in a different direction. We need to make a tweak. We need to adjust things a little bit. It's totally up to us to make those changes, share them with the group. And usually these changes are inspired from the group, from the feedback that we're getting. Let's talk about a couple of different types of membership programs. One would be what we call a content-based membership. And to an extent, that's what we have now with our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs program. As Terry mentioned, we help thought leaders with growing their business. So a lot of marketing, sales, and a lot of technology, because Terry and I are both very into technology, especially AI. So that's a big part of the content. We teach it ourselves in sessions and in our labs, and we bring in different amazing speakers, world-class speakers, like Terry's friends from his Hall of Fame world in the National Speakers Association. And there we bring those folks in, and they share their wisdom with us often. Another type of membership program would be a community-based membership. And this would be more what we started in the beginning with our video rock stars, where I didn't have a lot of specific knowledge about how to be confident on camera. Now you did, but basically our pitch was, hey, guys, friends, gals, you want to be more confident on camera? Let's get together and work on those skills together. You share your ideas, and we'll share our ideas. And so it was more community-based. And what we have now really is a combination of the two in our different levels. I do this because I show the revenue pyramid of free, lower cost, higher cost, and high cost at the top of the pyramid, because in your membership programs, you can have different levels. You can have a bronze, silver, gold, platinum, double diamond level. You don't have to call them that, but essentially you're teaching similar information all the way up the pyramid, but the access to you and the ability to contact you directly, get your questions answered on a very specific, personal, customized basis depends on where you would fall in that revenue pyramid, with very little access being at the bottom of the pyramid and a lot of access being at the top. Does that make sense, Terry?
Yeah, I think so. What you're doing is you're providing lots of information customized to what people want. And as they get to know you more, they're willing to pay a little bit more for that, for one-on-one coaching or maybe a small group coaching. A lot of that is very popular. We're in several different programs ourselves, Gina, as you know, so that not only are we teaching coaching and teaching how to build your membership program, but we're also in them ourselves. And I kind of learned that from my buddy Harvey McKay, New York Times best-selling author, I think about 500 or 600 times. I don't know. I'm exaggerating a bit here, but he's done a lot. But he's talked to me once. He told me, Terry, I'm in several different groups, several different tribes, several different communities. So he might be in one that would be, say, a local soccer club for his grandchildren and what they're doing. He might be over here with his synagogue that he's in. Another one over here for business development on this, or for this project here. And so I think what each of us need to do is to think about what is it that we're trying to accomplish? What do we want to do? What skill sets do we need? What people do we need to be around? What material do I need to have access to on an ongoing basis? That will help determine your communities. And often the communities are for a specific time period. Gina, I'd love to get your reaction on this, that often the time period is something, so I'm going to learn a skill. Often I'm preparing for this. Gina, I was talking about someone who might want to learn, say, Python as a programming language. You might get into a membership that goes for 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever, so that you could learn Python, the basic skills first, and then the nuances and how to adjust this. And you're with more seasoned users and programmers that can say, that's one way to do it, but I've tried this and it seems to work better. Or, ooh, don't do that because of this. I think that's all part of being in a membership program. Gina, what are your thoughts on that?
Yes, that what I've seen work best is where there is this combination. They sort of go hand in glove. There's the online course, the training of the specific skill, and then there's that ongoing support and community that helps you to master that skill and to learn it better and to be in community with people who are working towards the same goals. Let's talk about some of the advantages of having a membership program. The main advantage to having a membership program of your own is those magic words, recurring revenue. Now, many of you probably at some point in your life had a job. And one of the best things about a job is that you often have recurring revenue and often it's pretty secure and stable. But as an entrepreneur, as a content entrepreneur, you don't have that unless you specifically craft your business, build your business such that you're going to have that. Now, I started my first business back in 1987 and have been an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur since 1993. So I've had a lot of experiences with these ups and downs of revenue. And I'm constantly focused on how can I grow? How can I improve? How can I make the recurring revenue stream more of focus of the business? It gives me more peace of mind. It allows me to make decisions on growing the business and scaling the business. It also allows me to think about things that I can do to invest in the business. So it's really important to do that. Terry, what are your thoughts on recurring revenue? I know you've been a full-time entrepreneur even longer than me.
Oh yeah, well, I'm at as we're recording this, 41 years and just getting started. So I've been doing it, but I think the recurring revenue is something we want to really aim at and make sure we have that. And by having a number of people in a membership program, you've got a way to bring in more money, of course, understanding people are inevitably going to move on. They've achieved what they want being with you. Some are not going to be as pleased and realize this is not for me, and they'll leave, but you need new folks coming in. So it's something I think you would want to do. But then also you can offer additional courses and classes, products that people can buy who are in your program. They could receive an appropriate discount. They could then invite others that they know in. So that way they're compensated in some way through either an affiliate commission or some other extra that you would be able to give. But it opens up a host of ways for everyone to win. For you as the entrepreneur, as the person who is hosting the membership program, you're able to receive not only the money, yes, but also learning, getting feedback on your skills. How well are you doing on that? When you speak, when you deliver some, people can say, whoa, you really did a good job on that one. Or it might be, it was okay, but you've done better before. Okay, even though it might sting a little bit, that's good feedback to hear. But people are learning that way. Plus, you're learning from the community. You know, Gina, one of the things we say often at Stark Raving Entrepreneurs is none of us is as smart as all of us. Japanese saying that has made it real big in Silicon Valley as well. But we find that we learn a lot. Hey, Gina, I've learned a lot from our members that come in and they'll say, hey, what about this new tool? Or I've tried this tool over here. Or here's a way you can use this AI product, say with ChatGPT and this kind of prompt, or with Cast Magic doing this. I found that to be a real source of help for me. How about for you?
Oh yes, it's been amazing. Our members, especially during our lab sessions, and we set it up that way. We say we're going to bring some ideas. but we want to know what you've been trying. What sort of tech, what sort of video tools, what sort of AI have you been using as you've been out there adventuring in the world? Bring it back and share it with us, and let's all learn from one another. Another benefit of having your own membership program is that it positions you as an authority in this field. So it really showcases your expertise internally with your community as well as externally with your community. A big part of what I love about our program is that I see people posting and hear people telling others when we're in person, where did you learn that? Oh, stark raving entrepreneurs. And so that's the way that you communicate to the world that you have expertise. And it's just one of many ways to communicate that you have expertise that we teach in our programs, but certainly having your own membership is a big part of that. Terry, anything you want to add to that?
I think when you are the expert, or we can put that in air quotes, expert, but you really should be, that means you gotta stay on your game. That means it's forcing you in a nice way to stay up to date on what's going on. I know, for instance, with our programs, we talk a lot about AI. So I'm regularly reading my emails with newsletters that are coming out on AI from a variety of sources, looking at YouTube, doing that, practicing. I'm involved with some products that I use regularly, attending closed groups meetings with the people that are using that, swapping ideas, listening to some of the leaders of that community saying, hey, our new software is coming out with this attribute next week. And no one knows it yet, but we're going to share this with you. So this gives you a real advantage. And in a way, when you think about it, these membership programs are really nice. You're learning a lot. You're creating community. You're getting to know wonderful people. You're helping the world to really be a better place, giving specific, usable, market valuable skills. Gina, I just think there's a whole lot of benefits to being in a membership program as well as having your own membership program. Are you on the same level with me on that one?
Yes, I definitely am. It's certainly a way to build your own community, those people that are, it's essentially like another family. Maybe you have a membership within your family. If you have a really big family, you could have that if certain members of the family are interested in something very specific. But it's a new family of your own choice that you can create, as well as families that you can join. So they're not families technically, but it's community. And community has just always been a big part of my life. And I love it. And I love specifically that these days it's easier than ever because of tools like Zoom, video training, places to house your content, ways to get people to purchase. It's just really been wonderful. And so that's why I'm so excited about sharing it with folks right now. Another part of what I love about it is that it's very scalable. Now, with the membership program, you can serve a lot of people with the same content, the same training that you are creating, that you may be serving up to a smaller group. Memberships are often very easy to scale. And so that's part of the beauty of it as well. Well, that was a big part of the training that I learned in my MBA program at Harvard, as well as the industrial engineering program at Georgia Tech. You got to make your business scalable. Terry, your thoughts?
Oh, I agree with you completely on that. It's scalable. That leverageability is really the key. You can only do so much. And if you're trading dollars for hours, or hours for dollars, I should say, then you're really limiting yourself. What you want to do is be able to have something that says, I put in some effort on this. I really worked hard developing, say, writing a software program, creating a song. If you're a singer, that's what happens. And then the software program does well, and now you're getting royalties, you're getting revenue from that for what you did before with some minor tweaking and upgrades from time to time on that. With a song, you sing it once and now you get paid over and over. This is a good thing. Think in terms of scalability, leverageability. This is something you can do. And again, you're in a community when you're there in a membership program where you're bumping into a lot of really smart people that can help you in some really significant ways. And Gina, that's what you did there at both Georgia Tech and at HBS. And I'm very proud of you for what you've done.
Well, thank you so much. Well, let's just close things out here by sharing some ideas on if you are going to launch a membership program or relaunch one, what are some of the things you need to be thinking about, some of the decisions that you're going to need to make? And so one of them is and at the top of the list would be how time and resource intensive is your program going to be. Now, in our case, Terry and I have 2 different meetings, live and in person, with our group, a bronze group and a silver group, every week. And so that takes a moderate amount of our time and energy, but we love it. And we're meeting with our community and our friends and the people that we want to be with. And we're studying information that we can share with them. And so it really works for our lives on the occasions when we've needed to be somewhere else, much like a radio show host who brings in a substitute radio show host. That's what we do. We bring in someone else who can lead the program for the day, and that's worked great for us. So another decision that you're going to need to make is where to host your content. And it can be as simple as a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group or other places that you want to host your content. We host ours in a platform called Kartra, Kartra, which makes our lives easy because it's a great place to host that content. We call it the Vault, and we have it all nicely organized so that our members can find what they're looking for there, and we can share the content there only with the people who are in the paid program. And then we can share different levels. So the silver folks get access to one vault and the bronze folks get access to a different vault. Terry, anything you'd like to add on to that while I'm moving through this?
Well, I think that having a tiered group makes a lot of sense. You had one level, they get a certain amount of information for one price. And usually that's a free program. But then you also have tiered groups where people are able to get more access and really get more help with their specific needs. I really think that's the way to do it.
Okay. So another big issue you're going to have to think about is how are you going to price your program, and how are you going to get paid? How is the content going to be delivered? How to launch it? How to market it on an ongoing basis. So many decisions. And I know that a lot of my clients have come to me because they get this idea, they want to do a membership, and then they start thinking about all these different decisions and they get a little overwhelmed and they don't know what to do next. And so I've put together a little checklist for you that will help you. It's the 9 key decisions that you're going to need to make in order to launch or relaunch your own membership program. I think you'll find it really helpful. I'll share the link for that right in the description below. Just go there and you'll see the link to the checklist for memberships. As well, I'm available for a discovery call to talk about whether a membership program might be right for you or not. And you can set up a time to chat with me about that at ginameeting.com. I'll have that link in the description below as well. So I love membership programs. Terry, I'd like to hear your closing thoughts on this.
Yeah, well, thank you, Gina. I think that a membership program is something that every thought leader, every professional speaker, coach, consultant, or however you define yourself in other areas might want to consider. Consider that, look at the benefits of it, be involved in membership programs. Like I said, Gina and I are parts of several programs from time to time throughout life, so we can learn specific skills. And this is a way for you to get better and to improve in some significant ways that will really help your business.
In this video, we have shared some thoughts about why we love membership programs, and we think that you might as well. We'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts and your questions. Please put them in the comments down below and access time to chat with me, access the checklist that I've created for you, and love to get to know you better and learn more about what you have in your mind for your membership program.